Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is the 8th of July 2026 and the top crypto news is as follows. We will start today's episode with Vanguard, which, after years of saying that crypto is a scam, that it has no value, that it is a bubble, that it will collapse, and that they would never launch an ETF, we have now learned that they are searching for a head of digital assets. This person will lead the company's strategy for tokenization, stablecoins, blockchain infrastructure, and client-facing products. So yet another castle is falling before the tide of crypto. That tide may not be doing so well at the moment, but it keeps moving forward. Continuing from Vanguard's gradual 180-degree turn, we move to Kraken, which wants to do something that I believe many exchanges in the crypto market will do in the future. Kraken wants to become a bank in Europe, and for that purpose, it has applied for a license from Lithuania so that it can become something like Revolut. Those are the latest details we know about Kraken's moves as an exchange for now. Moving on to tokenization, we go to Ondo Finance, which has a new service for us. What they told us is that their perpetual futures trading platform with cash settlement is the first to allow investors to use tokenized stocks as collateral. This platform is in pre-alpha, meaning it is in the very early stages. It will of course operate 24/7 and will be available to traders outside of the United States, Panama, and other prohibited jurisdictions. So Ondo Finance is slowly but surely expanding its product offerings. And I should mention that there may be even more movement in the tokenization space specifically, thanks to SpaceX. First, I want to tell you that the on-chain trading volume for the tokenized SpaceX stock has increased by 145% since May, reaching 3.86%. SpaceX shares represented $1.19 billion of the total, or approximately 31% of all tokenized stock trading during the month. So there is a lot of activity around this stock, and there may be even more volatility ahead, because as of yesterday, SpaceX is now part of the Nasdaq 100. So even more traders and liquidity can now flow into this stock. And to wrap up on Ondo Finance, as we have mentioned in previous episodes, Ondo Finance ranks second among platforms in terms of real-world asset total value locked, with $3.6 billion. It is surpassed by CRYPTONEWS, which holds $4.4 billion since CRYPTONEWS manages BlackRock's Tokenized fund. So you can understand why it holds the top spot. Moving on to our coins, we go to Solana. First, I want to tell you that Solana's total value locked has reached a 5-week high, reaching $5.1 billion since the beginning of July. Now I will tell you what crypto analysts believe is driving Solana's strong total value locked performance. For starters, something that is definitely not helping Solana is meme coins, since as we mentioned in previous episodes, meme coins have fallen to 2-year lows. So analysts do not believe is what is driving Solana's strength. Instead, it is something better, and that may be tokenization. The amount of money gathered through tokenization within the Solana network has reached $3.48 billion, marking a 36% increase over the last 30 days. That timing appears to align very closely with the increase in Solana's total value lock. It is also worth noting that Solana is the #1 network for real-world asset contracts, so it has very promising prospects for further growth in terms of value locked on-chain. It currently ranks third with $3.5 billion, surpassed by BNB with $3.9 billion, and by the king of DeFi, Ethereum, with $16 billion. Continuing from Solana, we move to our final coin for today, which is Zcash. Zcash has gained 20% on the 7-day chart, and the reason is something we have discussed before here on Crypto News. The developers of Zcash told us that they are approaching a mathematical proof showing that the network's privacy system does not contain an undetectable counterfeiting vulnerability that was revealed last month. If you are not familiar with what we are talking about, I will include the video about the Zcash counterfeiting bug down in the description in the sources, because the developers are close to finding a solution. This is making the community happy. And something interesting here is that, As the developers also told us, they used the help of artificial intelligence to find verification of this bug, reducing work that would have once taken years down to just weeks. And I will say it makes good sense to use AI because this bug in Zcash was originally discovered using AI systems, so why not use it to solve it as well? Something we have emphasized before here on Crypto News. Moving on to take a look at our broader crypto market, Bitcoin is sitting at $62,000. And for now, I repeat, for now, the price is holding up exceptionally well. And why do I say that? I say it because once again the world is in chaos. First, we go to Asia, where American officials report that Iran attacked a third vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. As a result, the United States has revoked the general oil export license it had recently issued for Iran following this attack. And the cherry on top comes with American forces launching what they describe as a new series of powerful strikes against Iran. Thanks to this new conflict, $1 trillion has vanished from equity markets in just 30 minutes. And beyond equities, of course, many commodities have also dropped. Gold is down, silver is down, the Nasdaq is down, the S&P 500 is down, and only oil is happy, reaching $72 at the time I am writing this episode. But we are not done there. Beyond Asia, we also look at equities that fell for a different reason, because Samsung failed to meet its targets. To be fair, Samsung announced its quarterly earnings, which reached $58 billion, an increase of 19 times compared to last year, which are the largest quarterly earnings ever announced by any technology company on the planet at any point in time. However, Wall Street had set a target of $173.9 trillion, while the company delivered $171 trillion. So, because they came in slightly short, many people began selling, which dragged down many smaller companies as well. And this adds to all the turmoil. Yet through all this turmoil, Bitcoin is for now holding up remarkably well. That wraps up the top news for crypto today. Is the 8th of July, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.